Animals may not blush like humans, but some of them act like they just got caught doing something deeply illegal. A dog knocks over the trash, hears your footsteps, and suddenly becomes the saddest creature in the house. Ears back, eyes huge, body low. The whole face says, "I have brought shame to my bloodline." Then there is the cat. It jumps onto a table, misses completely, crashes to the freezes for half a second, and then walks away like gravity made the mistake. So what is going on? Are animals embarrassed? Or are we just taking normal animal behavior and adding human drama because, honestly, it is more fun that way? The answer is stranger than a simple yes or no. Animals probably do not feel embarrassment exactly like humans do. They are not lying awake at night remembering the time they slipped in front of another squirrel. But some animals may feel pieces of embarrassment. Social pressure, fear of disapproval, stress after a mistake, a need to calm the group. And once you understand those pieces, your pet's awkward little moments become much more interesting and slightly more unsettling. Discovery 1. The guilty dog face. You know the type. There is a ripped pillow on the floor, the sandwich is gone, the trash can is open like a crime scene, and nearby sits the dog. Head low, tail tucked, eyes looking up at you like it has just disappointed every ancestor wolf. Most people see that face and say, "He knows what he did." This sounds normal. It isn't. That guilty look may not mean the dog understands guilt the way humans do. It often appears because the dog is reacting to the owner's behavior. Your tone changes. Your face changes. Your body becomes. You point at the mess like a detective in a bad crime show. The dog notices all of it. In practice, the dog may not be thinking, "I broke a moral rule." It may be thinking, "The large human is angry. I should become small and harmless immediately." That is not stupidity. That is survival. Dogs are experts at reading humans because their lives depend on it. Food, shelter, walks, safety, belly rubs, and the strange magic of opening cans all come from us. So when a dog gives you the guilty face, it may be trying to repair social tension. Lower the body, avoid direct eye contact, look non-threatening, hope the storm passes. It is less like a confession, more like emotional damage control. A dog may not understand guilt, but it absolutely understands that your voice got colder, and that matters. Discovery 2. The cat recovery move. Cats are not built for public failure. They are built for dignity. At least, that is what they would like you to believe. A cat jumps, it slips, it crashes. Then it instantly switches into "I meant to do that" mode. No panic, no explanation, no apology. Just a slow walk away as if the floor has been promoted to part of the plan. Most people laugh because it looks exactly like embarrassment. But there is a catch. A cat's behavior comes from a very different world than your living room. Wild cats are hunters, but they can also be vulnerable. Injury, weakness, or clumsy movement can attract attention. And in nature, attention is not always friendly. So when a cat falls and immediately acts normal, it may not be feeling shame. It may be hiding weakness. Keep moving. Look, do not show confusion. Do not announce that your body betrayed you in front of the furniture. Here's where it gets interesting. That behavior looks almost identical to human embarrassment. When we trip in public, we often do the same thing. We stand up fast. We pretend we are fine. We check if anyone saw. Then we walk away like our ankle is not filing a complaint. Different brain, similar looking result. So when your cat pauses and exits with royal confidence, it may not be embarrassed in a human way, but it may still be trying to protect its image in the only way a cat understands, by acting like the universe is beneath comment. Discovery 3. Social animals care. Who is watching? Embarrassment needs an audience. That is the key. If you trip alone in your bedroom, it is annoying. If you trip in front of 20 people, your soul briefly leaves your body and watches from the ceiling. Same fall, different witnesses. This is why social animals make the question so interesting. Dogs, apes, dolphins, parrots, crows, and many other animals live in social worlds. They do not just survive by finding food, they survive by reading others. Who is friendly? Who is angry? Who has power? Who is watching? For a social animal, the group matters. Attention matters. Reactions matter. A young animal tries to play and gets rejected. A dog jumps too hard and gets snapped at. A chimp reaches for something and is pushed away by a higher-ranking group member. These moments create pressure. Maybe not embarrassment exactly, but something changes. The animal may lower its body, move away, become quieter, try again more carefully, avoid the same behavior next time. Embarrassment could have started as a social alarm, not a fancy emotion, a warning system. Something went wrong. Someone noticed. Reduce tension. Fix the relationship. Do not make the group turn against you. For humans, embarrassment feels like emotional pain wrapped in awkward silence. For animals, social mistakes can have real consequences. Lost allies, increased aggression, less access to food or mates. That sounds dramatic, but in animal groups, relationships can be survival tools. So when a social animal reacts after a failed interaction, it may be experiencing a basic form of social discomfort. Not, I looked stupid, more like, that did not go well, I need to adjust. And honestly, that is most of human life too. Discovery 4. Embarrassment needs a self. Now we hit the hard question. To feel full human embarrassment, an animal would need more than fear or surprise. It would need some sense of self. It would need to understand, that happened to me. Others saw me. Their view of me may change. That is a complicated thought. Humans do it constantly, usually against our own best interests. We remember things from years ago that nobody else remembers. We suffer over tiny moments that everyone else forgot immediately. Animals probably do not do embarrassment at that level. Your dog is not thinking my public reputation has collapsed because I ate a sock. Your cat is not thinking my brand as a graceful predator has been permanently damaged. But that does not mean animals feel nothing. Some animals show signs that they understand attention. They know when another animal can see food. They change behavior when watched. Some species even seem to understand whether another individual is aware of something. That is not the same as embarrassment, but it is one ingredient. Another ingredient is self-awareness. Some animals show impressive signs of recognizing themselves or understanding their own bodies. Great apes, dolphins, elephants, and certain birds have all shown behaviors that make scientists take the question seriously. But there is still a line we should not cross. We cannot simply say, they act embarrassed, so they are embarrassed. That is too easy. Animals may have parts of the emotion without the full human experience. They may feel stress after failure. They may notice attention. They may try to reduce conflict. They may hide weakness. They may learn that certain actions create negative reactions. Put those pieces together, and you get behavior that looks very close to embarrassment. Not the full human version, but maybe a simpler animal version, a shadow of the same thing. Discovery 5. We are part of the illusion. The final discovery is the most uncomfortable one. The animal may not be the only one creating the moment. We are. Humans are emotion machines. We see faces in clouds. We name our cars. We apologize to chairs after bumping into them. So when a dog looks sad, we see guilt. When a cat walks away after falling, we see embarrassment. When a bird misses a landing and immediately starts preening, we think, it is trying to play it cool. Maybe sometimes we are right, but sometimes we are just writing a tiny drama on top of animal behavior. Most people never notice this. We are not simply watching animals, we are translating them. And the translation is not always accurate. This matters because misunderstanding animal emotions can lead us to respond the wrong way. If a dog looks guilty, we may punish it, even though it may just be scared of our reaction. If a cat acts normal after falling, we may laugh, even though it could actually be hurt. If an animal freezes after a mistake, we may call it embarrassed, when it may be stressed, confused, or trying not to attract attention. That does not mean animals are emotionless machines. Far from it. It means their emotions may not fit perfectly into human words. So, can animals feel embarrassed? Maybe not like humans. They probably do not replay awkward memories at midnight while staring into the darkness. Lucky them. But many animals can react to failure, attention, social pressure, disapproval, and vulnerability in ways that look surprisingly close. They may not blush, they may not think, everyone saw that, but they do notice when the room changes. They notice tone, posture, silence, staring eyes, a tense group, a failed jump, a rejected play move, and their bodies respond. So maybe embarrassment is not one single emotion. Maybe it is a whole stack of smaller signals, a warning that says, something went wrong, and someone may have noticed. In humans, that warning became a full emotional disaster. In animals, it may still be quieter, simpler, more practical. So the next time your dog gives you the guilty face, or your cat falls off a table and walks away like a retired movie star, ask yourself this: are they embarrassed? Or have they simply learned that humans are very easy to read? Maybe animals are not as dramatic as we think. Or maybe we are not as unique as we hope. Subscribe for more strange animal behavior you will never unsee.